So the Prague regionals have just wrapped up, and the meta is not looking that great. However, that doesn't mean that cool decks can't see some success. In 63rd place was this Hops deck list that I think is really cool. The entire Hops deck is built around increasing your damage as much as possible. Postwick increases your damage output by 30. Snorlax increases your damage output by 30. Choice Band increases your damage output by 30. It also reduces the attack cost by 1 colorless. This is pretty good. Even a card like Hops Phantump here, which seems like just regular old pack filler, becomes a card that can swing for 100 damage for free and potentially become invincible for the next turn. Not bad at all. Trevenant's Horrifying Revenge swings for 130 if a Hops Pokemon was knocked out by damage last turn, but that becomes 220 with all of our boosts in play. From there, throw down a Clefairy, inner swing for 440, taking out Dragapult. That's not bad at all. Similarly, Cramorant can swing for 210, and Zacian can swing for 120 while also doing 30 to the bench. Phantump being a Psychic type means we can take advantage of the Telepathic energy. The fact that our attacks don't really require any specific type means we can use Mist Energy to beat Alakazam as well. And while it's not really your primary game plan, you will find yourselves attacking with Snorlax's Dynamic Press or Trevenant's Corner from time to time. Some other interesting choices in this deck include Hassel. Hassel says if any of your Pokemon were knocked out during your opponent's last turn, you look at the top 8 cards of your deck and put 3 of them into your hands. This is a card you don't see too often, but it has the potential to be very strong, of course. Hops bag fetches 2 basic Hops Pokemon and puts them directly onto the bench. And our ace spec of choice is Secret Box, which we kind of have to play because, quite frankly, there's really not much good tool search in the format, and we really want to have that choice band available. I think this entire list is super cool, and I'm very much looking forward to trying it out today. Let's see how we do. Definitely going second here. That's just what we want. And we can potentially do some scary stuff right away. Let's see. That's... not bad at all. That's actually pretty solid, I think. And there's Ogerpon lead, which is awkward because we can't one-shot that immediately, but we can cause a lot of problems. So we'll see what we can do. Bug catching set for Double Grass. Must be nice. Gildan Straw into the second bug catching set. Grass and Venusaur. That's awkward because that seems like it's going to hit a very big number, and I'm not sure how well we can deal with that. Good news though, they haven't benched anything yet, so maybe their entire hand just sucks. Genesect, that's actually pretty good. Let's start with the Pokégear to see what we can get here. Petrel, why do we go? Yeah, I think we do this, and then Petrel for, I want to get Secret Box TBH, but then there's, I don't even know what we discard though is a thing, but I do want to get that. How many? We haven't priced any choice bands, so we can afford to get rid of one. What we do is we Secret Box, Pitch, Mist, Choice Band, Ultra Ball, and now we get Lillie's Hops bag, Choice Band plus Postwick, right? And that's pretty good. So now what we do from here is we can go with the bag. That gets us to, I want to say Phantump, Snorlax. I don't think we need Zacian yet, considering their bench is just so empty. Telepath onto Phantump. Of course, we get 2 more Phantump, and then this is not bad for us, right? We can bench Genesect, Choice Bandit, Retreat, and we can swing for 40, or we can just try to increase our damage output to a big number. I don't know, but also Mumping Force would be really nice, so I'm not sure. I'll start with the Splashing Dodge just for 40. Just play it simple, play it safe for now. And I want to have the Postwick to bump away their Force next turn, and heads, they can hit us. That's pretty good. So they don't have an ace spec, and ideally will cause a lot of problems to them right now. They're gonna Teal Dance again for 1 more. Another bug catching set. I mean, obviously this card is kind of crazy, but they can't really control what they get. There's Bulbasaur, Bayleaf. If they have the Ivysaur, it's actually really bad for us, but we'll see. And there's the Forest. Okay, so they probably just have everything. Yeah, there it is. That sucks. We'll lose for 8 more. They can throw down Celebi of all things, which that doesn't do anything here, but I mean, fine. Empty out your hand. There's Chikorita as well. Solar Transfer to put energy onto the Celebi. They're going to, I guess, retreat into it, and there's another on Venusaur. So their game plan here, I think, is they're still going off. Why is Celebi? I assume they don't have the full Meganium line set up, and they want a Celebi for a turn to get there, but Poké Padding for Bayleaf now seems maybe a little early. I don't know. Finally, there's the retreat to Celebi. They're gonna use their traverse time, get going there. That's fine, I guess. Agreed to Bayleaf Meganium. Okay, I mean, that's allowed. It's fine. There's Cramorant. We'll go for the Postwick here, and now we can technically swing for 100 if we get the Choice Band on this Phantump. It's just that seems so not ideal. I mean, here's something. I'll put this on the bench. The issue is now we've used up 3 of our Choice Bands already, which is probably not the best way of doing things, but oh, there's a lot of Trevenant. Okay, so I want to retreat into this Phantump here. I just want to throw down this Trevenant, and I guess we throw down this one as well, and then we just go from here, right? I'm thinking we Splashing Dodge, we can at least take a knockout. We get Tails, unfortunately. We do get a prize card, so it's not the worst thing ever. The question is mostly just like, what's our plan from here? Like, they're gonna bring in Ogerpon, which is probably not, doesn't seem great for them. We can, you know, revenge KO that with Trevenant in an instant, so keeping that in the active is a huge risk, definitely not worth it. they're smart, they go into Venusaur, but I mean, just playing down the Ogerpon instead of just promoting Venusaur just seems so unnecessary. Same thing with like setting up back in Meganium. I mean, I guess. We just have to wait and see. Luckily, it looks like they don't have a forest here, so this Postwick is kind of slowing them down a lot. Ultra Ball pitches Poké Pad Regigigas to get what? Meowth. Okay, I understand, but not totally. Meowth comes down, yes. This gives us at least a bit of a win condition here. We take out the Ogerpon and the Meowth, and that's probably our way through. We can like ignore the Venusaur if we can get our gusting going correctly. And there's Lana's Aid, so what you're getting. So it's literally just to get back a grass energy, just so you can, I mean, you're allowed to do that. You can do that. That is a play you're allowed to make, but that just seems so not good at all, right? I mean, yeah, there you are. And there's a Teal Dance, there's an attach return. If they attack with Ogerpon, that's just not right. How do you attach return there? Should be saving your Teal Dances to like draw more cards, right? Are you gonna swing? What's the game plan here? There's the Myriad Leaf Shower. Down goes Phantump. But I mean, now we just bring in Trevenant, and everything just seems so much clearer now. I mean, we can another Trevenant, that's fine. We'll just Hassel for now, see what we can get off of this, right? There's Bossaurs for sure. Let's grab Poké Pad Stretcher, I guess. And to be honest, I don't even want to play Stretcher, not yet. I'll just play on Cramorant, and then that'll be next turn my attack will be Cramorant. So right now, I'll put a Mist onto the other Trevenant, and now we can just swing 190. We still have the Choice Band available if we need it. We can take out the Ogerpon one hit. Like, yeah, this is good. They can't Unfair Stand because we shut them out of it. So the only thing they can do is maybe if they have a Judge, they can play it, but doesn't seem super likely. There's another Bayleaf. Bayleaf Meganium doesn't really matter to us that much. Stretcher back what? Ogerpon? Yeah, there you go. I mean, and they get the new hand. The good thing about that is that they're not playing boss, no Judge, so we have this hand for next turn. We're definitely going to gust up and knock out one of their guys. So that's going to be good for us. Obviously, they want to probably bump the Postwick, get a force going the moment they can. Hopefully, we can prevent them from doing that for at least a while, right? But even if not, I mean, we still have, we can take out a single prizer for now and then just gust for Meowth for game later, you know? So it's like, it's really not doing much here. And they're just going to go for it. Okay, well, this is just so disappointing for them, right? I mean, what are you doing from here? Trevenant in now. I guess they can gust, take a 2-prize turn, Cramorant becomes useless. That's kind of awkward, but I mean, I don't want to have to go out of my way to search for energy. So we swing for 190. I mean, we can either boss in the Meowth or boss in the Meganium, right? And either way, I say we boss in the Meganium first, and then this will be at least like force him to get the other one out. That's not doing much, but it is like kind of accomplishing something. I think it's kind of worth it. Phantump in here. We'll bench use well. And then I want a Poké Pad just to deck thin, right? Just to see how much deeper we can get here. We'll get another Phantump here. And then, so this is, let's try our last choice band on Cramorant, Air Balloon the Trevenant. And then, because if we do things this way at least, we can just take this knockout. I should have gusted up the Ogerpon, but oh well. But by doing this, we don't have to worry about Cramorant being denied, right? We at least got that and boss off the prizes. Okay, so they need hand disruption or else they lose the game. And if they knock out one of our Hops Pokemon, we take them out with Trevenant. In comes Ogerpon, sure. If they want to win here, they have to gust up Latias, take that one shot, and then that puts them in a spot where we have to top deck something to really like get somewhere. But even then, that's the 4th bug catching set, but I mean, somehow still no forest in sight is crazy work. You're like, most of your deck is just gone at this point, right? Surely you have to have something. And then Mega Meganium plus grass, that's something. That is pretty scary. Venusaur already one-shots our entire board. Meganium doesn't do anything new here, so Ultra Ball next, just going even deeper. Yeah, it's over. I mean, like, there's a way for them to win, but I mean, first off, if they could speed up, that'd be real lovely. And there's the regular Meganium, so I mean, like, I don't know. Fine, you can do this, you're allowed to do this, but I mean, you have to, if you want to win, what are you doing if you want to win? You have to show me boss's orders, you have to take out Latias right now, and that puts you in a spot where you can at least kind of cause problems. But if you're not doing that exactly, you're losing the game. So, and then benching Bulbasaur, which does literally nothing. But there's the boss. Okay, what do you bring in? Your smartest Latias. You bring in Genesect. Retreat into Bulbasaur. They're gonna bind. Okay, fine. That does get you there. Okay, never mind. Dang. They're gonna bind down to stall for time, I guess. But you're allowed to do this, yes, but I mean, you have less cards in deck than I do, right? So I'm thinking like, okay, let me Petrel here. Let me just see what I can get off of this. I'm just curious. Okay, I have no way to escape bind down. So we're gonna be here for a little while, I suppose. But do you have a win condition though? Do you have a way to win the game from here? Because I don't see it. Teal Dance, that gets you 1 card closer to losing. So I mean, we'll accept that. If you lose a deck out, that's insane. But we'll see. Like, what's the long-term plan here? We're just gonna keep going for this. Like this doesn't do anything. Like, cool. Back to you, buddy. Keep binding down. This is such a waste of time, though. Why do I have to put up with it? Why are you making me sit through this? There's Ultra Ball, so they're going to get rid of even more cards. So again, they can't shuffle things back unless if they're on multiple energy recycler, then sure. But otherwise, this is just not doing anything good for them, right? Pitch the Lilies, pitch the Ogerpon to get what? You have a card that like gets you out of this. There's another Chikorita. Sure. Again, Venusaur one-shots the whole board, so bringing in Mega Meganium does nothing for you at all. There's Forest, good for you. Are you finally gonna like do something here? There's Meganium, which is just worse than Venusaur at this point. I'm not sure I fully understand. Do you have boss's orders to do something productive there, or because right now Cramorant still has 120 plus Choice Band is 150 plus Snorlax is 180. So we still have 180, just boss up the out to win the game. So if they're whatever they're doing here, it doesn't really make any sense. Regular Meganium as a single prize attacker to avoid losing to some sort of one shot out of nowhere, I guess. Down goes Genesect. Like what's the win condition, right? Like actually, how are we winning the game from here, buddy? Bring in Cramorant, draw for turn, and even if I didn't have it, I would have drawn into it just off of all of the stuff you gave me, right? I'll just boss, bring in the Meow, and that's the end of the game. Cool, I guess. What? Eradicate. I just threw so many winnable games. I need to recenter. We're gonna play. I don't think it's interesting to watch someone lose because they don't know how to play a deck, so those are never going to be seen to any other person but me. But now we're going to play perfectly, right? We're going second. That's a good start. Let's just get something crazy going. Let's see if we can just snag a win. That's well, now they know. Oh, double mulligan. Uh-oh. Gotta take one. They had to take one. It's Zorwark. The good news is, you know, they like to lead with low HP kind of basics. We can hopefully get something going there. We'll see what else we can grab. That's okay, I guess. Let's just lead Latias, and then we'll see what they go for. But we can Poké Pad, we can grab Phantump, we can at least hit for 70 with Splashing Dodge, Choice Band, Snorlax, and that's at least something. We can take out the active. That's good for us. Darkness onto Zorua. Well, what did I say? We're going to play perfectly. Hop's Bag. We'll take Hop's Bag. We'll go for Phantump, Zacian, lay down Snorlax. Let's retreat. Let's let Zacian handle it. We'll let Zacian, you know, trustworthy guy here. We'll get the Choice Band down. Insta Strike. Okay, well, you know. Sometimes you just have it, right? Sometimes you just have it. Better player alert. We take those. Lose the coin flip, but if they let us go second, that's not too big a deal. Going first, this deck is still fine. It's just like going second is so nice. Just being able to punch really hard, really quickly, and go crazy. It should not take this long to decide whether you want to go first or second, buddy. We're going second. Okay, so that's what we want. This is a awkward hand. We have to lead Phantump. What else are we gonna do? The issue is if Phantump goes down, we're cooked, right? We don't have any backup. Budew lead. They went first, even though they're playing Budew. I mean, that's not too crazy, you know, some decks do that, but Duskull as well. Poké Pad for presumably the Dreepy. Staryu. Uh-oh. I don't like that. They pass though. Okay, so this is what we do. We go full panic mode, freak out, Postwick, Choice Band. Let's put a Mist anyway, that way we can potentially corner if we need to, and then we boss's orders, bring in the Staryu. And the value of this is that we can Splashing Dodge for 70, take out the Staryu, and that, I mean, hey, Splashing Dodge heads, that's not like a huge deal, but you know, if they have Rare Candy, Dusknoir, we lose, I suppose, but otherwise, they're at least very far behind. They have no setup at all, and that's appreciated. Budew enters, that's not too surprising. Hilda or Dusclops, Legacy Energy. Okay, Dusclops is good because it's not Dusknoir. Thank goodness. Latias down as well. That'll do something later, but not now for sure. And there's Itchy Pollen for 10. It does 0, so it's fine. If they have Dusknoir in hand, obviously that's a problem. So we can't Ultra Ball. We have Telepath. Oh my gosh, that's such a blessing. We go for the Telepath, and we get 2 more Phantump, I suppose. We get Latias. I think honestly maybe getting Latias is better here. And then we can Trevenant if we want to, but Trevenant has 1-4. I mean, I guess we might as well. I think we might as well. Just to, you know, we don't get Splashing Dodge anymore, but at least when we do this, we have the corner online. And they can't just Dusknoir away our Trevenant that we put so much energy on, right? They can take out the bench Phantump, that's still a problem, but that's not as scary. Latias in is completely okay. Buddy Puffin creates 2 more Staryu. Retreat into Staryu. You have Salvatore, if not, you're still in danger. Hilda again. Dusknoir Water. Yeah, that's valid. Dusknoir comes down. Yeah. First last. Do you take out the bench or you want to Staryu, hit the active. I understand, I see the vision. If they have Unfair Stand, that's a big issue, but if not, we should be okay. Well, they have Legacy Energy. They showed us Legacy Energy, so it's fine. There goes Legacy. Yeah, Water Gun for knockout. In comes Phantump again, I suppose. Another Postwick, it's not really doing anything. We can Petrel for something like Hop's Bag. We can go for a Zacian play. Do we want to do that? I don't know. I want to just go for Hassel, see what else we can grab. Cramorant is probably helpful. Let's get Lilies and then Fez. Is Fez a good idea? Probably. I mean, it's another 2-prizer, but also like, I don't know. Should have just gone for Petrel for the bag, I think. We'll play down Fez though. We'll just get our Draws going. Snorlax is actually pretty helpful. Lay down you. Let's attach a Mist onto you. Let's throw down Cramorant onto the bench as a follow-up. And then low key, I think we can, let's Ultra Ball. I'll get rid of Postwick and Petrel. Postwick Mist. No, Postwick Petrel. And then we grab the Zacian here. Then Zacian, Choice Band, Retreat. Splashing Dodge is obviously funny if we get it going, but I'd rather just get damage onto the Staryu because that Starmie has so much health. But do we? Well, actually, no, we put it on the Latias. And so what we do now is, actually, that was a mistake, whatever. We're going to just take that knockout. They can bring in whatever. Income Staryu, fine. Energy, Ultra Ball, get your Mega Starmie going, that's fine. Allowed, you can do that, you're allowed to make that play. But Jetting Blow is, again, not a huge deal. Like, it's problematic. They're going to take a bunch of prizes next turn, they're going to take 3, so we need to deal with that. But Hassel's doing nothing. Energy onto Cram, Lillie's, we're going to draw into Trevenant, and then we'll win, because we draw into Trevenant. That's not Trevenant, okay. We Stretcher. Stretcher gets back our Trevenant, and that is basically the same thing. So Trevenant enters, and now we have all these other neat little tools we can use, but they're not really doing enough yet. So for that reason, we just go over the Insta Strike, just keep swinging. That's 120 onto Starmie. If we take this knockout, we win the game, right? Legacy Energy. Yeah, so we should have it under wraps, because there's no way they're playing Judge in a deck like this. Hilda does nothing. You can monkey some damage off, but Revenant enters, can swing for... I just don't think Starmie can survive. We have the boss to chase it down, and I mean, Hilda gets you... Mega Starmie does nothing. Darkness, if you have Monkey in hand, if you have Monkey Dory in hand, that's something. But you're just okay, so we win, right? Station goes down, and now we'll bring in Trevenant. And as you can see, the game is over, right? Right now we swing for 190. We just put the choice band that comes to 220. 220 plus 120 is enough to win, right? So never talk to me again. I do not like Mega Starmie. I mean, I like the design, but I do not care for the card. It feels so terrifying to play against. Oh my gosh. But a lot of times they just run out of steam like that, you know? So lose the coin flip, but that's not the end of the world at all. We're going second, so doesn't matter. We're goated. Let's see. Can we get something good here? Phantump. This is a good start, right? We can voice band Phantump. We're hitting for at least 40. We'll take one off the mulligan. Greatly appreciated. Our opponent's on Pulse. Okay, and this was their mulligan. This is just like no info here. They probably have. I mean, with this revealed, if we can take out the Dreepy immediately, that would be crazy. Also, why is the Pult player choosing to go first? Don't you want to use Badoo? I don't know. We'll deal with that. They start with an Ultra Ball, so they bricked. Probably, if they're getting Risky Ruin's boss orders gone, that's very good for us. There's the second Dreepy, I guess. Bench that, of course, and pass. Okay, so this is insane good. This is so good for us. Third choice band, whatever. We'll throw down Phantump. We'll do this. We can Pokégear, but there's nothing worth Pokégearing for. I don't want to attach another choice band so quickly. We're just going to do this. If we draw into Snorlax or Postwick, we get the knockout, so I mean, we're not going to worry too much. And that's pretty good. That's pretty perfect. If we Hops Bag here, we can get Snorlax Zacian. I don't even have a choice band, so that definitely wasn't smart. I don't know why I did that. But we can at least bench this Phantump, Telepath onto you, and then who cares? From here, we'll get... We prize Latias. We'll do a Clefairy. Let's just bench Clefairy preemptively. And then that's pretty good. For now, we can Postwick, but we don't need to. Well, let's just do it just in case. They already used one of their stadiums. They probably don't have more than 2, so it's probably a fine play to do that. Dreepy down, Flashing Dodge is in, get Tails, whatever. Important thing is we took the first prize, and there's Latias. That's actually helpful. The issue is if they gust up right now, we're in danger, right? They can buy a lot of time with that. Definitely a misplay to fill up the bench, but hopefully we don't get punished. Hopefully. There's your cloak down. Okay. Doesn't seem very useful. Third Dreepy. You pretend to care. There's Stretcher back for another Dreepy. Now you're finally in the game, but you need Lilies right now. Otherwise you're just... Okay, there you go. So cool. Now our opponent is actually in the game. Now they can actually do stuff. That's nice. But we'll see how it works in the long run, right? Poffin for Dreepy Badoo. With the second Poffin, I mean, nothing else to really get here anyway. Do you have the energy? You're going to recon here. Okay. And you get one off that. That's fine. There's an attach onto your cloak. Retreat into Badoo. Yeah, you can do all this. Fine. Get you calling for 10. Whatever. From here, I think I almost certainly want to just miss the Clefairy, and then Choice Band is nice. I don't want to play it too early. I want a boss. Just bring in the Driploak, just face this down, try to stop you from getting set up here. We've been gifted the chance to get ahead a little bit early. Let's take it. Failed Splashing Dodge, who cares? We're up 2 now. They still have Badoo, which is annoying, and there's more Driploaks coming down. Ultra Ball next, pitching Badoo, Lillie, so they probably have another Lillie in hand, I think. They're gonna just throw on more Driploaks, go for the Lillie, and just go from there. Yeah, second Driploak. It's all about just pushing our lead as much as possible right now. Just try to get really far ahead and then just win, right? Energy on the bench, Lilies for 8. There's the Monkey Dory. That does nothing for you. I assume it means you have no Driploak yet left. You just have no Driploak left is what that means, I think. Because Monkey Dory doesn't do anything right now. A Recon, this is the thing though, they do with every card in the world right now, so we'll have to contend with that, but otherwise I think we're doing okay. Stretcher for the third Cloak. Yeah, okay. There's Monkey, and Monkey doesn't do anything here at all, so yeah, we'll just keep waiting. I'm surprised there's no unfair stamp, because I wouldn't have minded being stamped right now just because that would give us some time to like recover, but I have Choice Band, I have Postwick, I can ban the Cramorant, I guess, and then we'll just keep going, right? We just have to keep swinging. Splashing Dodge again. Let's see if we can get heads here. They probably have found that next turn, so getting heads right now would be kind of nice, but not quite. Badoo is down at least. We'll get one more. So we're getting closer. At least we're getting closer. And then Driploak enters. So if they have Psychic plus Boss plus Dragapult plus Unfair Stamp, they can take out Clefairy, they can take out Phantump, and then we're in a very, very bad spot. They're going to keep reconning. There's Poffin again. They whipped last time. I don't think that's going to change now. but I mean, at least you get the information, what you have left in your deck, I suppose, but there's no way you're fetching anything off of this. And there's the Crispin, so you can attach your cloak attached to the monkey. And yeah, okay. So Crispin is actually really helpful for us because it means no boss's orders, right? Darkness on the monkey doesn't do anything. We're going to be trying to take one-shots. But the thing is, with no boss, that means we can Phantump, Poké Pad, just go for revenge, take our knockout. Unless they have a fair stamp, which if they do, that's a big problem. They just attach on the monkey. They're gonna mind bend for some reason. There's Monkey Dory coming down, yeah. Can we, how are we handling this? We bring in probably Phantump, because Cramorant can't attack, and so Phantump at least can swing for a little bit, but I think I want to throw on Latias. I think I want to retreat into Zacian, and I just want a Poké Pad. Let me just grab Trevenant from the deck, throw this down, and then I'll start with the Pokégear, just see what we can pick up off of this. Boss orders is fine, doesn't do anything though. We'll grab a Lillie's. We'll play it, and then here is some amount of cards that actually do something for us, right? We can Secret Box here. I'll pitch as Snorlax boss. I mean, yeah, because we only need to do is take a knockout to win, right? So we'll just take Hassel, I guess. We definitely get Choice Band Postwick, and then for the item, we have just so many options here. I think get Stretcher. Stretcher's the move, yeah. From here we Choice Band, and then now we just swing 120. We'll just take out the Dripcloak as well, or not take out, but we'll take out the Monkey Dory. Some damage on Dripcloak. They can't Adrenabrain and also charge Dripcloak in one turn, unless they have like Rosa plus Darks in hand. I guess it's a possibility, but they've already lost one Darkness. It seems a little awkward. 2 prizes left means all we have to do is knock out the Dragapult they bring in, and then we win, right? So that's our game plan there. And so go for your recons. That's fine. I'm a little scared of an unfair stamp again. Like that could be a big issue, but Trevenant right now is hitting for what? 30 plus. I mean, that'll be 130, 160, 190. That'll be a knockout if they can't bump the stadium or take out Snorlax. So I mean, there's that. Presumably they gust in Clefairy. If they gust in Clefairy, we have Stretcher. If they don't stamp, we do win. That's the big thing. If they do stamp, it's closer, but we have a lot of time. They still have to take 5 prize cards, so we'll be able to just do what we can until eventually it becomes enough. Keep in mind they promoted Monkey Dory here, which means they can't like retreat in the pult very easily. It's gonna be awkward for them to even like get attacking in this turn, so we probably have a lot more time than it seems, right? And there's Moltres, which does actually OHKO us if they can get that going. They have to get it going though, is the issue. Monkey Dory's still in the active. So there's Crispin. Crispin is a big help for that. Wait, actually, Moltres doesn't OHKO us. I mean, it gets close. You can Adrenabrain next turn, but they also just added a fire. They only had 1 energy in deck, so they just got the fire and then failed. Do you surrender now? Just give up? I feel like that's probably the way to go. Just call it quits now. Yeah. Okay. And we're back. I think there's a bit of room for learning, but again, yes, this is a cool list. I do like it. I think there are some pretty notable flaws here. Trevenant's Horrifying Revenge only works if your Hops Pokemon were knocked out by damage from an attack. So your opponent can very easily play around that by, gusting up one of your non-Hops Pokemon that you have in play. Or if they can knock out a Hops Pokemon by placing damage counters instead of, just dealing the damage directly, Trevenant won't be hitting for as much as you want to. Phantump is a very, very strong card here just because it's so easy to ramp up and get attacking for big damage early, but it can feel pretty terrible when you're in a spot where you need a good coin flip for splashing dodge and you just miss it and you lose, and it's like, ugh. And of course, we do have the one Latias, which is a good card, but keep in mind, Zacian, Phantump, Trevenant, and Snorlax all have huge retreat costs, so you really want to have Latias available to you, and if you prize that one copy, that can also cause some real big trouble. So overall, I can definitely see why this deck isn't meta, but it is still a very cool deck. It's very fun, and it can win games even against the best decks, so I definitely do think it's worth a shot. Just be careful because a lot of these cards have very specific conditions under how they can be used, and if you're not preparing for that in advance, it can really mess you up. That's all. Thank you.